There's a very bougie people.
Ivers. Is there one of you that's not into Agege bread before?
There can be.
Excuse you?
IJGBs.
This is Ladies Live.
Hey, Hivers, how are you doing? How is it going? And I missed you all so much. I hope you missed me right back. So, we are here again, and I have someone here that's going to be sharing my mic with me in the studio. Hivers, ladies and gents, give it up for Tomi. Were you waiting? You're just waiting to do.
Yes, because I have missed being here, like legit.
Aww.
Yes, I take it back.
You can't. I'm sorry. You can't.
How you guys doing? It's been a long time. I'm glad to be here. Back here to serve you guys with what I have.
You're dishing it as if they're hot.
No time.
All right, Doria, welcome back to the show.
Thank
It's
you.
good to have you here
Good to be
again.
here.
Any interesting thing that you'd like to share with all of us?
Really, it's just been me. I mean, doing what I love to do, creating content, going about in my business, facing camera, opening mics, basically.
So we're going to talk about a couple of things, right? And I prepared like conversation cards for that. We are now going to take our conversation cards. This is like a variation of random pick that we do on the show. Right? But you know, I have 2 cards with me and Tomisin has 2 cards as well. So we're just going to dive right in. And you can join the conversation too, right? If once I read a one phrase or sentence, right, you can tell if you've actually done that in Lagos or not. Okay, so the first one is ever been in a BRT? Yes.
Yes, I have.
Eating agege bread?
Like normally.
Yes,
I
nah.
don't understand. I'm not eating it. Yeah, are you writing me?
There's some very bougie. There's a very bougie people.
Ivers. Is there one of you that's not into Agege bread before?
There can be.
Excuse you?
IJGBs. IJGBs. But, you know, have you ever tried agege bread with coconut?
No.
Oh my goodness, you should try it. It's heaven.
Hey Lord. Yeah.
It is really good. Yes, you should try it out. Okay, so next one, spent more than 3 hours in traffic.
Excuse you. In this Lagos.
I should have said less than. Maybe that would be
that's
not
fine.
possible. I mean,
3 hours.
I've spent almost 8 hours in traffic,
Aye.
and I'm not even joking. And I feel like that 8 hours is lesser than the time because.
normal, yes.
So we left. Myself, my sister, and my brother. We went for a wedding, and when it was on the island inside VI Oniru. And then we left the wedding. We're still checking traffic everywhere. We're using the map, right? After a while, it felt like it had gone down because lesser parts were red, right? It was yellow and blue. So we decided to hit the road. We left there about 6:30. I got home. We all got home by 3 a.m.
What?
And then we stay in Bagada, right? If you know the distance between the island and Bagada, it was on a Saturday. So let's say people that are going for Owambe and whatever, right?
Oh, wow.
By the time at least we're estimating that okay, maybe between that kind 10, 11, we don't reach out. But I kid you not, guys. 3 a.m. in the morning.
Did it rain?
No. Look, I don't even know what. Everywhere was just blocked. All the exits. You know how interconnected Lagos roads are.
Okay.
Everywhere was just blocked. And it was that December period.
Yes.
And you know how clumsy the road gets in December.
I faced
Like, look, at a point we went to say, okay, let's even just go and lodge somewhere. The closest hotels that we could get without going to dive into another set of traffic, they were full because people had already gotten off the road. I was even concerned for my brother that driving that when I'm not going to Benin, if I go Benin State, I go don't reach since. Yo, that's like the craziest.
I faced one thing in December, right? So usually when we go for events, tend to hold on a bit for, I mean, for our mind, road we don't clear, you understand? So we go on the road that time, and then Efe was blocked. And then we decided, so, okay, let's go and pass on that route. Brother, blocked. We just kept on,
Like
we kept on going round,
and that's the case. You
round.
keep on going round. By the time you now go, it's like, okay, you don't declare. Before you know it, you're back to where you start.
Square one.
It was really
Yes.
crazy. It was really crazy. So the next one is left home as early as 5 a.m. Duh, of course. 4:30.
There
4 o'clock.
there was this day, I don't know what happened. I think I set my time wrongly. So I left home like, I left home 4 o'clock. Because usually I leave home by 5 a.m. But that day I left home 4 o'clock. I didn't even know I left home 4 o'clock. You know why? Because getting out, I already see people.
The roads were busy already.
And funny things, there was hold up. In that hold up, my father now calls me. Tomi, where are you? I said, I'm on the road to work. And it's like,
Did you check your time? What
sister.
time?
And I'm like,
Whoa.
there was hold up.
Like when they say Lagos is city that never sleeps, it's not an exaggeration. It's not them just saying it because they want to. Right? Lagos never sleeps, right? Then like when I had a 9 to 5 on the island inside Lekki, right? I will wake up at that time. So sometimes most times I'll follow my brother because he worked at the island too. But there was one particular day he did not go to work or something. Maybe he was working out of their mainland office or something. Oh my days! I got to work late that day because I'm just like, how am I? What? Oh Lord, it was. I could not even explain myself because I'm just like, hey, me why don't enter because then we leave 4:30 between 4:30 and 5. So when I get to the office, I'll go sleep. I'll just the security guys knew me. I'll just go and find one corner to sleep and wait for the rest to get here. But anyway, that's what. Like I literally say that living in Lagos is like one of my major stressors. I get stressed just being on the roads. So the last one on my first card says, forgotten change with the conductor. It dey pain there. Oh, it dey pain. It dey pain. Sometimes you'd have calculated.
What you spend. Yes, and then you take it out, and then and you know the sad thing about these guys is, right? When they want to collect this money from you, their eyes are closed.
Like they'll just bring your kids.
You've not even balanced. Oh, yeah, my change now, brother. Problem begins start.
I still did one today, right? I was on the phone. I was trying to make a call, only for the guys. I just literally got on the bus, and they say, "Where your money?" I'm like, "Oh God, calm down, Joe. I never even come up. Never come up with the bus stop.
Don't ask me. I already asking for money.
You calm down." But they pay, Sha. Tell me your first card.
Okay, so here, been to a
Yeah, I've been twice, I think. One of the trips was to Whispering Palace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah, I have. Or I think really, I was in there like there. I don't even remember what it was in there. But it was brief. It was very brief. I don't even remember.
Have you passed through? Did you?
No.
You went.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
yeah, I think it's somewhere to check out. Ekpe and Badagry are like the places that
places
I would
in
recommend
Lagos.
people to visit.
Okay, I said they're sharing money. It's alright. Alright, so the second one here is attend street jam. Yes, I have. Not really on the street jam.
Oh yeah, I attended a couple. It's just these things get a little bit rowdy sometimes.
Yeah, but I think I enjoy
the rowdiness.
Yes, I think I enjoy.
Well, to be fair, it's one of the characteristics of a street jam.
That's even what makes it a street jam. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a concert.
I've been to a couple.
been there. But then, brother, your phones, your wallet.
Yeah, of course.
Your phones, your wallet. Keep it at home.
Tell my stories that touch.
I mean, been to the shrine, yes, for events. Several actually. But hey, okay, so there's the thing about me when it comes to cigarettes, right? I hate even the smell of cigarettes, right? So I have.
Yeah, you're going to the shrine. You can't
I said
escape it, man.
Hey, You
It's
don't.
not-
You,
it's not
you
something
just
I
see,
can
you
escape.
see me. That's why you see me. I say I'll just be walking up and down because like everywhere they are there. Even where I'm having work and all of that stuff, they are there. You cannot chase them because they're also there for something.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think that's usually the what's it called?
The downside of
yes,
using the
it's
shrine.
just that.
Aside
for
that,
every other thing.
it's literally like pure
Every other
entertainment.
thing. Attend a festival.
Yeah, I've been to a couple. I've been to some film festivals here in Lagos. Fashion festivals as well. Been to a couple as well.
Okay, so fashion. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
The film festivals, they're really, really interesting and nice to go to. So I've been to a couple. The last one I went to was Afrif
Oh, okay.
in November actually.
Attend the concert. If I don't attend concert, like every other time.
I feel like, well, you know, but let me ask you though, if it wasn't because of work, would you find yourself going for concerts?
Yes.
Because I feel like sometimes,
Yes.
some of these concerts they feel overrated. No apologies, because that's just
No,
my
but
take
I
on it.
think that it depends on whose concert.
I don't know. I just feel that doesn't mean I will not still go. I will still go if it's my fave or if I
Yeah.
get one ticket or whatever. It's a fave that is having a concert, of course. But I just feel like sometimes they are kind of overrated. That's just what I think, or maybe it's how they plan. Because myself and you were having this conversation some time ago. I can't remember the one that we went for one together, and we're talking about how they would keep the acts that people want to
sing,
till
to the
like
end
2
of
a.m.
the-
or 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But people, the energy is not as high as when it just started. I understand that to bring out the B-list acts first before the A-list comes out, but there's a
And
way
then
that you can mix and match these things up.
The thing with this thing is, they tend to do that because we are humans, right? Once I'm done seeing why, like, this are the fine.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
In the bid to not, so for instance, where you have just one they call as the A-list there, right? Like what they call is like the headliner. You have all that big artists. So it will kind of like cause wahala if Wandeko comes first or comes in the middle, because immediately Wandeko is done.
Everybody. So that's
So I
why,
think
aside
that's
from those that headline the show, sometimes you can get an act seemingly maybe is to open up the show, right? And then in between you just mix and match.
So the thing we open up to is people use this not so
to open
because at that time the crowd is not yet high.
Yes, people are still even on their way.
That's why they use those ones.
So I don't know, Sha.
Basically.
I feel
But
like
then
they can
even if I'm not
get it
working,
right.
I'd go for concerts because that's like my peaceful place.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. In the middle of chaos. Okay. Alright, so my next card, struggled for a boss.
Wait.
Okay, so however, myself and Tomi went to school together, and then there are times that the shuttles, there'll be a shortage of shuttle buses. What's that thing that I just can say? Rocko for bus.
Shit.
There are times you want to form bougie and
You
posh.
don't-
Hey, God.
Because you end up trekking now.
You know the waka. If not the streets of Lagos, you want to form bougie. Just get your
I
car
can't
and
do
just
that.
be bougie in there. Okay, being a victim of pickpockets.
There's this one. As in, if I don't remember any other one, I remember
this
one.
particular one.
Yeah. So I was volunteering with a set of nurses from North America, right? So I had to go and join them in camp. So that day, I didn't even know that I had enough money because I'm traveling. So I'm in the bus, so I don't pay conductor finish. And then I go down to buy something. I had 5K put together somewhere in my bag, like in the small pocket of the bag. And then it was time for me to buy what I wanted to buy. Sister, not even 500 naira. And you know the funny thing?
The whole thing.
You know the funny thing, I now remember that while I was on that bus, one passenger told the conductor, I think the guy said, hey, maybe Sarah or something. So maybe that one saw the conductor take the money, but I didn't know.
And you could not allow anyway, Sha.
I didn't know the same thing. You need to that day after I was just like, I'm like, it's not possible now. The whole thing, as not even something for me.
Yeah. On my own phone, no. If you've ever been in the computer village, or Oshodi, this one actually happened in Oshodi. I just like those guys. This was before Oshodi becomes sin. Now it has gone back to its insanity. Right before that first period, before they cleaned Oshodi up a bit, like the phone just miss. I can't even I can't explain how it happened. I just say okay, let me make I come out to the phone.
Hey,
like the phone to make I carry him.
Hey,
it's up till today. I don't still know how they did it. I didn't feel that someone was. And you know how should it get when you're just bumping into everybody.
Yeah.
I look. It did pain me. Look, I've looked for tears. I did not find it because well, anyway, if we stay on this pickpocket story, we'll not leave this place. But it's just really crazy.
You know the sad part is that even in church, they do too. Like in my church, right? I need to always
because of the
I literally put I sit here and then I put my bag in front as I can see it. Is that bad? Like if when people are praying and you simply put your bag down, they'll pick your phone.
Yeah, so like in church, the stewards and the ushers, they just advise that even if you're going you're going to give offering in front, or you're going for communion, or you're actually leaving your seat, take your purse or your bag or whatever with you that contains your valuables, because it's not, they can't account for everybody that comes to church, and it's a church. You can't say don't enter into the sanctuary. You can't do that
because the sanctuary is meant for them.
Exactly. So anyway, I need to ask this though. This one is not on the card, right? Tomi, have you ever crashed on a one bed?
This one caught my car. For indiscipline.
Hey, they almost caught me, where was I? I was coming from. Then I went to do something around Daegbeda. Sasha took a bus. I didn't know where I lighted. It was far from the pedestrian bridge. I just said, I just cross Jerry. Only for me. And they were not wearing
their uniform.
Yeah, uniform. Two guys. It's like I was with someone that day. Two guys were just. If you see us with here, we just use scope because we were literally following us. Because if not, they would have bundled us inside. That's how I would have just been calling that. They carried me. I'll not say it's because I did not want to use the pedestrian bridge.
About things. Okay, mine wasn't car. It was these guys that carry these people that walk on the streets and all of that.
Oh, okay. Are they not the same people?
I did the same people. So that day, I stood somewhere. I was waiting to work. So I think I was with my colleagues or something. And then I saw them trying to get this guy that sells cars and all of that. I just put on my phone. He started taking.
You're recording.
Yes. So I was trying to record. I just started put on my ear, then at some point the one guy now comes to meet me and he's like, I just need to don't enter. But what's my own? I like, but you pay your father. You see me just be catching.
Wait, you wanted to what did you
want?
Like
it's the organ now. Like yes,
oh,
now,
okay.
Because it was like trying to video them. It was wrong now. It's one that is not press.
Okay.
I just said I'm press. No, I didn't say that. I just put on my ID card. Bro, he said yes, I know. I like what you're doing. This, that. But you could have just told me. That's when I knew that. He wasn't the boss. In that face, these guys. You see, people. She was recording. I did not know. If I didn't have my ID card, I know it would have been a big deal. I know it would have been a big deal because they don't play with those things now. Yes, I mean, cause
This Lagos, and there are just too many of these officials, right? All these people in uniforms. There's last man, there's Kai.
as long as I have my ID card with me, I don't care where your father is. What I want to do,
Even if you know that there's something called media ethics, right? Even though there's some things that are actually wrong. Even
yeah, but not that much. That wasn't wrong at all. So here I have harassed by SARS police. Who has not been harassed now? Have you not been harassed?
This whole SARS is just to take
This
it
one
what
entered Molwe.
and like the real Molwell, not those.
Yes, now
guys
just
that
one
they
time.
now
I did
call-
one time.
I have once. That was years
I was
ago.
young. Yes, I was young.
That was years ago.
That day, I did not really enter Molwe. I stood on Molwe.
Before
I don't know.
You just sit down.
It was my son and my cousin. I think we went to see my sister in school, so we were coming back. Then I've never entered. I didn't know everything. Like, you understand? So I wanted to just experience it. I mean, Molwe. I wanted to so
Zigope experience. Now, what
That
do you
day,
want to experience?
I entered Molwe. I don't wanted to sit down. There was no space to sit down. And there's no I could have told the driver wait because he was moving. You know how these guys talk. They were moving already, so I asked now.
You aren't even
Never.
reserved. The time that
Yes.
I entered, right? It was really full, and they were still calling
People to enter, yes. And it
just
wasn't
like-
free.
I
but
stood-
only that it was a bit cheaper.
Like I stood by the entrance, so in Resmond, I got to make an offer that day. It was I can't remember where I was coming from, but it was years ago. I think I was coming from school or something.
But even with these BRTs, the old ones, they're not doing the same thing.
They're not yes now.
Everyone will be so full, and I'm like.
And they'll still be calling people.
Yes, now and they're calling someone.
Even when they say there's COVID-19, they're still calling people.
Inside Lagos.
Very good. Look, if we continue with this Gidi tales, we'll just sleep here. But we are slowly wrapping this up, right? But before we take our words of wisdom, if we are given the opportunity to relocate out of Lagos, not necessarily out of the country, but out of Lagos, would you take it? Considering how
this
much we
might-
complain and talk about Lagos.
This might sound weird, right? But I'm not sure.
Of course. It doesn't sound weird at all.
No, I think
Why?
that I don't know. I'll still stay here.
Why?
There was a time I
particular
went to
reason?
Nori, right?
Okay.
I had to come back to Lagos because I'm like, I can't do this.
It was too slow paced for you, Abby.
It was too quiet.
It was too seen. Ah!
No, I can't though. I can't. I'm not sure.
You become
maybe
Lagos has been fancy.
maybe a better life in Lagos would do, but not
not just going outside Lagos. I don't know. I don't the reason out since. Before I'm like, nah. Because I have a friend that says that she doesn't want to settle down in Lagos. She wants to. So when she said each time she says that, I'm just like, no, that's not for me. I don't know. Look, I'm just torn. I have mixed feelings about it because Lagos stresses the F out of me. Like, it's one of my major stressors, and I can't.
You can't take it no more.
Look, but like you, right? When you go to places, even when you go to Ibadan, right? As close as it is, or Abeokuta to Lagos, it's not. I don't know. There's just that fast forward life that I'm used to it. You know, being born here in Lagos and live here for most of my life, right? It just feels like going somewhere else. I feel sick. Don't fall sick.
Trust me.
Because there's no fast forward.
It would even
fast
be
forward.
like I feel
It's
like
so
you feel
fast-paced.
like starting all over, like trying to live like on their own terms.
Okay, so maybe a better life in Lagos
Yeah.
would do, right? Alright, Hivers, we've come to the end of this episode. I hope that we've been able to keep you company for the time being. Please follow my contributor on social media platforms.
On Instagram at the Educated Premier Talk. On Instagram at the Educated Premier Talk. See, I'll cover your eyes. That's your business.
Things you handle, educated your dog. We'll have a conversation about that one of these days.
Okay.
Anyway, so please follow her on across social media on Instagram at the Educated Premier Dog. Follow us as well on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Ladies Hive. Connect with us because once I leave you here, that's the next place you get to see me, right? We continue our conversations on there. So please connect with us and you can follow me as well if you want to know what I get to do in my personal time and space. Please do follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TEE_12. I will see you in the next episode. Adios.
Mwah.
What was that?